Welcome to Key Skill 1. We're going to be doing 2 key skills about long division of polynomials. The first thing we need to learn is some key vocabulary around this topic. So in question 1, we're asked, what is the quotient when 15 is divided by 4? So if we think back to how we learned maths in primary school, you would say 15 divided by 4. Well, it goes 3 times, and that gives you a remainder of 3. So if we think about 15, what is 15? 15 is what's called the dividend. The dividend, 15. What we divide by is 4, so that's called the divisor. The answer of 15 divided by 4 is 3, because 3 times 4 is 12. That's called the quotient. And what's left over is 3, because we have to get from 12 to 15. So 13, 14, 15. There's 3 extra left on. So 4 key words: dividend, what we are dividing; divisor, what we are dividing by. So 15 divided by 4, this is the divisor. Quotient is the answer, and remainder is what's left over. Okay, now we're going to start looking at long division. Question 2, divide x squared plus x minus 20 by x plus 5. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put your dividend here. We can put 1x here, minus 20. Now in this layout, it's slightly different to the traditional one, in the sense that we have here the dividend. Okay, we have here the divisor. Wait. Divisor. Up here we have the quotient. And usually at the bottom, at the very end, you put your remainder down here. Okay, that's more or less how the structure works. So we want to divide by x plus 5. I'm going to use 2 colors here, okay? X is blue and 5 is red. Okay. Now if your divisor has 2 parts, I suggest you work in blocks that are 2 long. Okay? So for example, we're going to start here, we're going to put this in purple, and we're going to work in a block here that's 2 across, okay, a bit bigger. So we're going to work in a block of 4, okay. Now each time we're going to repeat this process, we're going to keep working in a block of 4, okay. So if you think about your block of 4, okay, the first block here is for division. So what you want to do is you want to divide what's in the top left here by what's on the furthest left here. So in our case, we're going to do x squared divided by x, and this is going to give us x. Okay, so we did x squared divided by x. Now, if you notice that I always am going to keep my columns, this is only for x squared, for x, for numbers, okay? So decreasing powers of x. Now, this one you usually pull down, or in this case, it's already here in the first line. And to get these 2 boxes here, you do multiply and multiply. So the first block on the bottom, you do x times x, which is x squared. Okay, the next one we do 5 times x, which is 5x. And that's how you complete your box. Each block is going to be exactly the same process. Top left is for division. The next one along top right, we pull down from this line here. The bottom 2 we get from division. Whatever we've put on the top from this block, multiplied first by the left and then by the right, okay, of your divisor. So that completes our first block. What we want to do now is start our next block, and to do that we need to calculate the remainder. We need to subtract. X squared divided by x squared, subtract x squared is nothing. 1x subtract 5x is minus 4x. I'm going to start a new block in a new color. So that's minus 4x. Okay, so we have a new block of 4. So we're going to pull down the minus 20 here. okay? So the first block we need to divide. Minus 4x, top left, divided by what's on the left here. Minus 4x divided by x is minus 4. We can put that up. Again, this goes in the numbers column. To calculate the bottom two parts of our blocks, we multiply. First with the blue one, x times minus 4, minus 4x. And then with the red, plus 5 times minus 4 is minus 20. Once you've finished your block, you always subtract to start again. So here we go, minus 4 minus minus 4 is nothing. Minus 20 minus minus 20 is 0. So that's where your remainder goes. That's your remainder, is always here at the end. So if you want, you can write it like this. X squared plus x minus 20 divided by x plus 5 gave us an answer of x minus 4. Okay, we didn't have a remainder, but you know, the remainder would be added on here. Or if you want to write it like this, x squared plus x minus 20 is equal to x minus 4 times x plus 5. Okay, we're going to just continue our block method here. Now we've got x squared minus 9x plus 18. Okay, so if you remember from before, the dividend here, what we're dividing, goes underneath. What would we call this? I don't know. Underneath the umbrella, for example. And the divisor goes on the side. We're going to be working in 2 by 2 blocks because we've got 2 terms in our divisor. So let's start here. X squared divided by x, remember top left divided by what's on the left here, is x, so we can put that up. And now to fill in the bottom two, we multiply. X times x is x squared. Minus 3 times x is minus 3x. Once you've finished a block, you need to subtract. So minus 9 minus minus 3, this would be 0, x squared minus x squared. So minus 9x minus minus 3x would be minus 6x. And we start our next block. Minus 6x divided by x is minus 6. And then we just multiply to calculate the bottom line. So x times minus 6 is minus 6x. Minus 3 times minus 6 is plus 18. And then we calculate the remainder. Minus 6 minus minus 6 would be nothing. Plus 18 minus positive 18 would be 0. So we can say that this is the remainder here. And this is the quotient up here. Okay, if you wanted to write it, you could write your answer like this. You can write x squared minus 9x plus 18 divided by x minus 3 is equal to x minus 6. Okay. Now let's look at in example 4, a cubic. So it's a little bit longer, but the process is exactly the same. Okay. 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 57x minus 90. Okay, and we're dividing that by x plus 6. Okay, so again, because there's two things here, we're going to be working in 2 by 2 blocks. Top left is for divide, so 2x cubed divided by x is 2x squared. Keeping all our x squareds in this column here. Now multiply to fill in these two cells. X times 2x squared, 2x cubed, and 6 times 2x squared, 12x squared. We minus to calculate the remainder and move forward. 2x cubed minus 2x cubed, obviously nothing here. And let's have our green next. 5x squared minus 12x squared minus 7x squared to start our next block. We drag down from the top line here minus 57x, and we start again. Okay, to calculate the next term in our quotient up here, we do minus 7x squared divided by x minus 7x. Okay, x times minus 7x minus 7x squared, and plus 6 times by minus 7x minus 42x. Okay, now we're going to subtract. Minus 57 minus minus 42 would be minus 15x. Here, this would again be 0. Okay, and we drag down from the top to fill in our top right column always, so that's minus 90. Minus 15x divided by x to calculate the next term in our quotient is minus 15. Minus 15 times by x minus 15x, and 6 times by minus 15 is minus 90. So, final answer, 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 57x minus 90 divided by x plus 6 equals 2x squared minus 7x minus 15. Okay. Last one in this key scale, another cubic. I hope by now that you're getting the pattern of the blocks and what needs to go in which blocks, because really once you've got that, everything else is pretty easy. Okay, now we're going to be dividing by 2x minus 1. 2 in the divisor, so the blocks go along 2. Okay, 6x cubed divided by 2x is going to be 3x squared. Okay, and then to fill in these two, 2x times by 3x squared, 6x cubed, minus 1 times by 3x squared, minus 3x squared. That block's finished. We subtract 6x cubed minus 6x cubed is nothing here. Minus 25x squared, double minus on the 3x squared, obviously that makes it a plus, is minus 22x squared. Drag down from the top for 3x, and here we go. Minus 22x squared divided by 2x would be minus 11x, and then multiply. 2x times by minus 11, x, obviously the x and the x will give you the x squared, and the 2 and the minus 11 will give you the minus 22. Minus 1 times by minus 11x is plus 11x. Okay, minus 22x squared, double minus here on the 22x squared would be nothing. 3x minus 11x would be minus 8x. Okay, we drag down the 4. And we divide. Minus 8x divided by 2x would be minus 4. Okay, and the last two, 2x times by minus 4, minus 8x. And minus 1 times by minus 4, double minus again, would be plus 4. And that will leave us a 0 remainder. Final answer, 6x cubed minus 25x squared plus 3x plus 4. When we divide it by 2x minus 1, we got an answer of 3x squared minus 11x minus 4. And that's key skill 1 finished. In key skill 2, we're going to be looking at slightly more complicated or finicky examples, but we're going to be continuing with long division of polynomials. Keep watching, get all your quizzes done on the website or your key skill questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.